So I've had a couple crazy real estate stories, and a lot of them, I haven't shared, but this one has been like over a year, and I feel like I can share it with keeping some information private. So I did a video the other day about our real estate agents actually overpaid, and I broke down how out of what someone thinks we might be getting 20,000, we might only take home about 3 or 4,000. So I thought this video would be a great example of not even just about our pay, but for the time wasted and the things we go through. Let's take it back to last year. So I get a call from this couple and they were searching for a house. So I asked my pre-qualifying questions because I'm quite aware in this story, some of the blame could be on me for, I should have done more due diligence, but we all learn lessons and I totally learned from this. But I asked, my questions about pre-approval, do you have the money, all the things. So these clients were looking at houses about 900,000 to $1 million plus. So of course, when it comes to people searching for properties of that value, I try to pre-qualify as much as I possibly could. Even so much of these people literally sent me a screenshot of their bank with the amount of money, which I would never ask for. That's not my job, but for some reason they sent me that, I guess, as proof. And they were claiming how, they had this settlement money that they were waiting to clear. So a couple of red flags did go up, but I met these clients and I showed a couple $1 million homes. And I was so cautious showing them these homes. Like I didn't let them out of my sight. I was, did everything to make sure that there would be no issues from this, if that makes sense. So I was working with these clients, showing them homes, going back and forth, writing offers. So finally, and by the way, they seemed like the nicest couple ever. I actually really liked them. Not gonna go in, I could go into more detail, but I won't for the sake of, I guess, privacy. Anyways, we found a house that they really like and they decided to put an offer in. So I put in the offer, got all the pre-qualifying information that I could, sent it in. Long story short, without going into too much information, it turns out that this couple, or one individual of the couple, is actually up on charges and waiting to go on trial. That was last year, so I actually don't know the update. Maybe I should look into that. And that they have actually done this with multiple homes and to multiple agents. I think that was probably the 5th or 6th time that they done it, where they would go view these homes with agents and that they would play the same story about the settlement. And they were actually, I don't know if you would call them criminals or whatever. So long story short is I spent all that time with these clients for them to end up being fraud people. So next time you think real estate agents are just so overpaid and their job is so easy, please remember the story because that honestly sums up real estate as a whole.